For those of you who didn't watch the last one because of it being a ROM, personally, I think you're kind of lame. That aside, today's review is about one of the lesser shows that not many people gave attention to, but I saw some scraps of value in. Black Summoner. The genre typing. It's a rather standard reincarnation, pick your skills, video game-like, Isekai with hints of flair and a noticeable acceptance of reality. In fewer words, it's self-aware, and is kind of high-end mixed with a low budget. I don't see this as a show that will topple giants that already exist, but that isn't to say it has nothing going for it. My viewpoint when watching is the standard, you're reincarnated into this new world, pick your skills yada yada bullshit. Seems a little cookie cutter off the get. Its scenery and art are absolutely beautiful though. Screams Shield Hero, Slime, Labyrinth, and has almost identical first eps. I'll say, this genre has their technique down. I won't say I hate it, but it better bring its own special sauce or something. It put a pretty sick emphasis on the power gap between mob characters and the MCs, and it's additive to the overall vibe. Out of most MCs these shows have, this one's character design and styling are up there with the best. It's got nuance and taste. Is adorable at times. Alright, it's kind of awesome. The MC is a little crazy, dark-minded, badass, and doesn't fuck around, although he's a stud. The soundtracks are modernized too, I respect it. There's a weird use of CGI though, I'm not the biggest fan of that shit, I can overlook it, as long as the rest is still visually top tier. This one is no Slime or Grimgar, but I like it. It feels like it belongs, and deserves its existence. There's also a wholesome and vibey thing going on. They just pulled something I didn't see coming, till right when it was about to happen. Respect, 100. There's this thing, where the main group is sort of self-aware of how much stronger they are than all others, and this understanding of being untouchable shows when they appear to have more control and toy with the regular narrative. It's sort of a wokeness. The CGI is a problem. It's this show's fatal flaw. It's all up in the final episode, and it feels like an effort issue. Maybe it's production budget or some other mitigating factor, but all that's important is the final product. Shame, this one was good and could have joined a higher tier. That glaring issue brings this show down a notch. Greatest high points. The MC is well-rounded with cynicism in his psychology, plus he's got drip. The power difference and MC superiority is made visible. The visuals and styling are really good. Has potential if it gets proper budget and effort. Worst qualms. The use of CGI. The blatant disregard for the climax, and an unshakable feeling of disinterest by the creators. You can sort of tell this show wasn't given the love it might have deserved. I can only imagine how much better the manga was. Persuasion. We have been doing so many bangers back to back, this show was a way to take a step backwards and refocus our view on quality. You can't well judge the top if you don't know what the middle and bottom look like. I'm not saying this is a bad show, it's just not as good as many of the others I've seen. Part of that's on the creators, but a lot of that is because I have a decent number of shows that I consider very decent. I'd say about 60% of the anime I've seen deserve consideration, and about 40% I strongly urge you to watch. Black Summoner is one of those ones that can add to your experience, but it won't change your overall feelings about anything. It doesn't have that something more so many shows have, nowadays. This number won't mean the same in a year, but it is number 58 on my ranked list. That means I think you should watch 57 other shows before this one, so watch it if you want, skip it if you don't. Rank and rating. I have a list comprised of all the anime I've seen, a lot, and they are ordered in general tiers, triple S, down to F. Each tier has an upper, mid, and lower ranking. Black Summoner is a lower rank, in the A class. Overall rating, 79 out of 100. Trauma rating, 20 out of 100. Warmth rating, 31 out of 100. Where to watch? This is available to watch on Crunchyroll. End of review. You're a cracked human being if you made it this far, thanks for that, and send me any suggestions of either something to watch and review, or if I have already seen it, I'll tell you what my thoughts were. We needed to do some lower tier shows as well because they can't all be bangers. Once I run through my stock of must-watch shows, I'll have to rely on finding more, plucked from obscurity. I wouldn't run out this year per se, but what about next year, or the year after? We have to take the not-so-sweet with the delicious sometimes, life. Anyways, I don't mean to drag the mood down, we still have most of my top 10, and most of my must-watch shows to contend with, so no worries. I'm adding more to my repertoire every day as well. I've never had a serious reason to watch anime before, and I still went crazy then. Now I have my reason. The future is bright, homies. I will post again in a week, so see ya then.